Good day, everyone. I'm Suyat Arthur, and we are Group 7, and this is Module 9. So, creating creating an infographic for social campaign. So, we have here 14 steps to create an infographic for social campaign. Plan your infographic design, create an infographic outline, write a compiling title, use a grade design or a wireframe for your infographic design. Use the right infographic layout for your data. Follow data visualization best practices. Choose the best chart type of your data. Uh, Incorporate different infographic design elements. Use photography in your infographic design. Use contrast in your infographic design. Create symmetrical and asymmetrical balance. Use color effectively. Make sure there's consistency in your infographic design. Leave plenty of negative space in your infographic design. So, plan your infographic design. If you are going to plan infographic, what style and design are you planning? Like that. Second, create an infographic outline. So we have 6 objectives to follow to create an infographic outline. So decide on a topic for your infographic. Second, decide on the questions you want to answer. Third, choose a tool for collecting data. Fourth, collect or collect and organize your data. 5, add headers and subheaders and organize findings to provide context relevance to your data. 6 and the 6 or the last is include design notes. So decide on the topic for your data infographic. Make it newsworthy. Educate, ask audience, don't seal, be on the cutting edge, ask yourself. So decide on the questions you want to answer. What outcomes prove that the infographic was worthwhile? Who needs to see the infographic? What does audience needs to learn? Who will the audience interact with the infographic? Who will you test it? Make something useful. Choose a tool for collecting data. Some of the best infographic tool of infographic maker software are VSM, Vengage, Canva, and Pic-to-Chart. Collect data and organize. Use bold headings, insert image, and select minimal colors palette so it's easy to follow. And add headers, subheaders, and general findings to provide context relevance to your data. An infographic is a collection or imagery data visualization like pie chart. So, write a compiling title. How you write a good infographic title? Have a clear title. Start by adding a title that clearly defines that infographic is all about. Use a grid design or wireframe for your infographic design. Grid and wireframe prove a structural basis for any design. Designing on a grid allow you to easily organize elements and information. Grid design also play a essential role in keeping object and elements aligned. So this is the example of wireframe. Use the right infographic layout for your data. An infographic is collection of imagery data visualization like pie chart and bar graph and minimal text that gives an easy to understand overview of topics. As in the example below, infographic use striking, engaging visual to communicate information quickly and clearly.
Good day, everyone. Before I start this topic, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Kyle Paco, and this is my topic. Follow data visualization best practices. There are 9 best practices and tips to follow for effective data visualization. Number 1. Keep it simple. Data visualization is all about communicating data insight in a way that both accurate and easy to understand. Number 2. Use intuitive visual cues. The best data visualization make use of visual cues that are immediately intuitive to the viewer. 3. Avoid distracting elements. In addition to keeping the visualization itself, it's also important to avoid any extra elements that could serve as distractions. 4. Tell a story. Data visualization is an opportunity to tell a story with the data. An effective visualization will effectively communicate the key insight from the data in a way that is both accurate and easy to understand. 5. Use data points carefully. When using data points in a visualization, it is important to carefully consider which points are most important. 6. Use visual hierarchy effectively. An effective data visualization makes use of visual hierarchy to direct the viewer attention to the most important information. 7. Use effect labels. Labels are an important part of any data visualization. They should be clear and concise, and they should accurate describe the data that is being represented. Number 8. Test data visualization with users. Before finalizing a data visualization, it is important to test it with actual users. This will help ensure that the visualization is effective in communicating the story you want to tell. And lastly, continuously iterate and improve. Data visualization is an iterative process, and it is important to continually strive for improvement. As new data becomes available or as new insights are gained, be sure to update the visualization accordingly. Choose the best chart types for your data. There are 9 charts. Include bar chart, line chart, scatter plot, area chart, tree map, waterfall chart, bubble chart, column and line chart. Bar chart. A bar chart shows a static number in how categories represent a part of a whole, the composition of something. Bar chart. If you have a nominal data, use bar chart or histograms. If your data is discrete, or line or area chart if it is continuous. Line chart. Bar chart, line chart, bar chart, bubble charts, stack bar charts, tree map, word cloud, donut chart, pictographs, area chart, scatter plot chart. Scatter plot. If you want to show the relationship between values in your dataset, use a scatter plot, bubble chart, or line chart. If you want to compare values, use a pie. Area chart. Area chart helps show changes over time. They work best for big differences between data sets and also help visualize big trends. Tree map. Tree maps show parts of a whole. They display hierarchical information as a cluster of rectangles varying in size and color depending on their data. Waterfall chart. Waterfall charts are used to show the composition, especially the composition of a change, where you want to show addition or subtraction over time. Bubble chart. Bar chart, line chart, pie charts, bubble charts, stack bar charts, tree maps, world clouds, donut charts, pictographs, area charts, and scatter plot charts. And lastly, column and line chart. Line bar in column charts represent change over time. Pyramids in pie charts display part of a whole. Incorporate different infographic design elements. The elements of a design are the fundamental aspects of any visual design, which include shape, color, space, form, line, value, and texture. Use photography in your infographic design. Make sure the photos you use follow a cohesive style with consistent lighting. Try to pick photos with the same lighting effects, same backdrops, same amount of dark areas, and etc. Use contrast in your infographic. Contrast creates visual impact by placing two strikingly different elements beside each other. How do you use contrast in design? By playing lighter and darker colors of each other is one of the easiest ways to add contrast and make certain parts of your design more visible.
Before before we start our report, I will introduce you Chris Oder A. Manon Og. Create symmetrical and unsymmetrical balance. Successful graphic designers know that mastering the visual concept of balance is the key to effective communication. Symmetrical and unsymmetrical designs, they achieve the greater harmony, and your audience will use less energy taking in the information. Like that. Use color effectively. What is the use of color in infographic? Colors can bring your content to life and set the mood for any infographic you create. 6 simple tips on using color in your design. Color is one of the most powerful tools in the designer. 1. Design in grayscale first. Second, think in terms of visual weight. 3. Match colors to the brand. 4. Find a well-balanced color scheme. 5. Use color as a cue. 6. Think accessibility first. Yeah, like that. Make sure there's consistency in your infographic design. Keeping all these elements consistent will prevent your infographic from looking cluttered and will actually make it easier to read. Leave plenty of negative space in your infographic design. If your infographic design is too crowded, it can overwhelm viewers and make it difficult to read the information. That's all for now. Thank you.